What's up, guys? Welcome back to Average Takes.
Welcome back.
We're back. Week 6 has been completed, and we're recapping. All right, guys. What's up? Welcome back to Average Takes. Shenny, I'm glad you were silent during the opening, like you should be.
No words.
Thank you. How are you doing, Trevor?
Good.
Good. Period.
Bad week for me.
Bad week. It was an average week for the podcast overall wise. Bad week for me personally. Let's get into the games. We had some great games. We had some clunkers. Starting off with a clunker Thursday night, we had the Broncos versus the Chiefs. Felt like a long time ago to this point. But the Chiefs took that one. It was Chiefs all the way. It didn't even seem like the Broncos had a chance. They scored late. Scored a touchdown, converted the two with 5 minutes left of the game.
It was a revenge game. We knew it was going to happen.
I don't know what type of revenge game you're talking about, but the Chiefs absolutely own the Broncos. I think it's 16 straight wins now.
Yep, 8 straight years.
8 straight years. The last person to beat the Chiefs on the Broncos was Peyton Manning. It's a long time ago. 8 years, 2015.
About the wrong game, by the way.
Yeah, you probably were. But yeah, that definitely was the Chiefs all the way. I mean, it was 16-0. Broncos made it curious at the end. Chiefs sealed it off. Going into Sunday, early morning action, we had the London game, the last game in London on the year, because we later have international games, but those are in Germany. There's back-to-back weeks in Germany.
That's pretty lit.
And that's coming soon. That's like 2 weeks away or something like that.
I wonder if they'll like it more than London.
Who knows? But the NFL then brought out, do we want to talk about this now, that they're considering a Super Bowl in London?
No.
They said that.
No.
Don't think it's going to happen.
That's ridiculous.
The NFL is America's sport. You keep the Super Bowl in America. I don't have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday to watch the fucking Super Bowl.
If so, though, boys trip to London?
No.
I'm
not allowed on an airplane. I'm on a no-fly list.
I'm pissed now.
But this game was exactly how we imagined it, I want to say. We all added the Lunder to the average stakes, not so average parlay, because that's how much we knew it was going to hit. It's 3 for 3 on the year.
Yep.
Lunder.
Yep.
I'm probably going to continue that in Germany as well, ladies and gentlemen. But it seems like there's a trend in these London games. The team that shows up last loses. That's what's happened the last 2 weeks.
The Titans showed up last?
The Titans showed up Friday.
Yeah.
Not enough time to.
So I heard that when they show up, they want you to stay up all night and then
try to get acclimated real quick.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work in a span of 3 days. I need a week.
Yeah.
You get about 6 hours off because in the morning we're flying to London, then you get the rest of the day off and then the next day off.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna practice again, walk through, and then game.
Perfect.
That's a perfect schedule for that. But it fails again. Ravens win 24-16. This game, wasn't that great. I woke up early Sunday because I'm an early riser. And, this game was exactly what it was. Tucker, 6 field goals.
Yeah, didn't Folk have 5?
The other week.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a field goal fest.
Folk had 3. Derrick Henry had a touchdown.
Yeah, and they had the ball on the fucking 2-yard line with a minute left in the game. Couldn't score. Vrabel said, "I seen enough. Send out the field goal unit." Undercashed. Loved it.
Good to see it.
Next game we had the Commanders versus Falcons. This was a fight. It seemed like back and forth game. I didn't watch it in total, but Sam Howell had 3 touchdowns, not too many yards, but the 3 interceptions by Ritter definitely cost them this game. When you lose by 8, it's a 1-possession game you lost by, and you gave up 3 of them.
3 interceptions.
That's why that coach went viral over Desmond Ritter's red zone interception. That was a picture of him that went viral. Him with his hands over his head.
Desmond Ritter loses his first home game in 5 years.
Yeah. And I believe we were talking about that before the podcast started because we only do a card, but we were discussing a lot of the games, and you actually were saying you were on Commander's side, and I was kind of appalled because he consistently wins.
He
At
He was
home.
like 8-0 in college and then 5-0 in the NFL.
It was like 24-0
Oh, 24
at home.
Yeah.
When he's a
Okay.
starter. And I mean, hey, 3 interceptions. You're going to lose that streak. But Atlanta 3-3, that's, I mean, about 500 through week 6. That's a little bit higher than I expected from them at this point in the season. And Ritter looked good last week. Let's see how he bounces back next week. But I mean, I'm definitely not sold on Ritter because they have the weapons to score.
Super easy schedule.
Super easy schedule for them. I mean, their division.
Panthers, Packers, Lions, Falcons, Texans, Commanders so far, and they're 3-3. They lost to the Lions.
I think everyone in that division is going to be about
Jaguars, Commanders.
500. 9-8, 8-9.
I mean, the Bucks got
Whoever
to a
can
good
beat-
start, but lost as well.
Whoever
so-
can beat each other, I think, is going to win that division.
Yeah, that's always. I mean, it's definitely not going to be the Panthers.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Next game, the Seahawks lost to the Bengals 13-17. This game frustrated me so much. I don't know what the hell's
Seahawks
wrong
had a lot
with
of
Pete Carroll.
chances.
They had
like 2 or 3
so
chances
many
at the end of the game right
opportunities.
there. Yeah.
And someone was telling me, a Seahawks fan was telling me that Geno is actually hurt. He has an ankle, knee. And I understand everyone's dealing with injuries in week 6 of the year. I completely understand. But you have 3 opportunities. You got to kick a field goal, and you got to try to score.
Have to.
They crumbled. Their O-line crumbled. I mean, both times late in the red zone. Late in the game, they crumbled and didn't even try to get points and onside and do all the blah, blah, blah. They just took shots at the end zone. And that's most frustrating part is that I had the opposite side. I was freaking Seahawks +3, and they would not kick the field goal. It frustrated the hell out of me.
I had the over, and there was a couple red zone turnovers. And anytime there's a red zone turnover, not good for an over. Not good at all.
Not good.
Not good at all.
And the Bengals come off playing the Cardinals. They scored 31, 34, something like that. And then they kind of look the same like they've been looking all year. The Seahawks just look worse. 17-13. You're barely squeaking out a win there.
Yeah, game could have went either way.
But the Bengals are 3-3 now heading into the bye week. And
Exactly what everyone did not expect.
No.
Because they do this every year. We talked about it. They do this every year. They suck out of the gate, then they hit the stride running, and they could carry this. Now they're into the bye week.
Yeah.
Now they
need
have
the
a
bye week,
time
yeah.
that Joe Burrow actually gets to finish getting healthy, and they're going to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
I think after the bye week, they could hit the ground running and just take off the rest of the season.
T. Higgins.
Because the Ravens don't look great.
No.
The Steelers defense looks great again, but there's still question marks on offense. Sometimes you're going to have to score. You're going to have to score more than 20. We don't know about that yet.
You don't have to.
Sometimes you don't have to. Your defense is good enough where sometimes you really don't have to at the end of the day. And so that's what's going to be question marks is what they do versus good defenses. Because I don't see Seattle's a good defense.
The Browns too.
Browns have a great defense. We'll get to that because holy fuck. But yeah, Seahawks very disappointing in that game. Colts Jaguars. I hated this game. Jaguars just took off.
Who shall I watch this game?
I thought on an inch and an ounce that the Colts could come back, but there was nothing. Colts showed no demeanor to come back in this game.
Yeah, and I'm scared because Anthony Richardson just announced out for the season with a
They said
shoulder
maybe.
surgery.
Maybe
He's gonna be out.
he's going to be out.
And,
Done for season.
Somebody said he looks like RG3 2.0.
Hurt a lot.
And that somebody was you.
That looks true.
So far, that's a good take because year
Great take.
one
Great take.
finishes with an injury. I mean,
No,
hey,
sad though.
sad
because
for sure, but your take is on point at this
it is on
point.
point, but I'm a big Gardner Minshew fan. He just did not have it that game. The Jags came out firing almost. 2 touchdowns, 2 drives.
This is another one of those games that my take, I wish that sometimes we do discuss full games because the Colts never beat the Jags.
No.
And this was one that I would have absolutely hammered the Jaguars
Yeah.
because the Colts literally never beat the Jags.
Never.
That's what it feels like. It feels like they never beat the Jags.
Never. Not even when it was week 18. The Jags were 2-14. Needed to beat them to make the playoffs. Carson Wentz was the quarterback. They lose.
And it's been like that a lot for them. But I think this was just the Jags kind of getting back in a rhythm. It feels like early they tried to target Calvin Ridley way too much in their offensive scheme. I mean, yes, he's great. Yes, he's fast, but sometimes it doesn't work, and they needed to spread the ball. And I think they did that a little bit more on offense, but I mean, ETN ended up getting the scores early.
Yeah. I mean, they saw week one, Calvin Ridley was 9 for 122 and a tutty, I think, against this Colts passing defense.
And then they saw what he did in the preseason and with practice and all those tapes coming out of how much quicker he was than all their other receivers. I mean, it looked like he was forming into a number one.
Yeah.
But sometimes the number 2s and 3s need to help the number one grow.
I'm starting to think there's maybe too many mouths to feed in that Jags offense because Christian Kirk hasn't been bad. Evan Ingram isn't bad. Travis Etienne, he's obviously been turning up.
I think they need to just spread the ball out to all of them. There's not going to be a true number one.
Yeah.
And that's what good teams are. You don't have a star number one. You don't win like that.
Yeah.
Got to have multiple weapons.
You have to have multiple weapons. You have to. Yeah, the Chiefs were good with Tyreek, but last year they didn't have a single receiver. They had a good tight end.
Yeah.
But last year they were just killing guys with nobody's out there.
With Juju.
Sky Moore.
Terrible. Juju's terrible. Terrible.
Sky Moore sucked last year.
Yeah, very. But you good teams get it done.
Yeah. I don't know. That Jags team, that Division 2 is kind of up for grabs at this point. Going into the season, the Jags went to the playoffs, made it to the divisional round. You might be thinking they are turning up. The Colts had a surprise. Titans are always in it. The last time they started 2-4, they made it to the conference championship game. And who else?
The goddamn Texans, who I've been preaching on. They looked really good again.
Yeah.
I like that Texans team. I am a true fan of that Texans team right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I think CJ is a really good and smart quarterback. Obviously, he threw his first interception in week 6. That's the first time. That's the longest span. I think it was 191 passes that he attempted before his first interception. Then the defender fumbled it, and they scored that drive.
Yeah, I know.
So what a wild turn of events where it ended up working out in their favor, turned them up.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited what they're going to do because it's going to attract weapons there. And then they're going to have to make moves because they're not far out from the Jags.
No.
The Jags are 4-2. And I mean, haven't looked great. Last year, I felt like the Jags were head over heels better than other competition, but I guess I'm going to skip to this Houston game.
They're 3-3.
They're 3-3. They lost a heartbreaker last week, or they're 4-2.
Yep.
I definitely think this team could definitely be right there in consideration for this division. I mean, I would love to put a future in on that, honestly.
That'd be lit.
Just to take this division because you never know with the Jags. You never know with this division.
Yeah.
And I mean, hey, they might be one guy away from being a great team.
Yeah, and the last couple
and
weeks,
their offensive line hasn't been great.
No,
they haven't been healthy either.
Their last couple weeks, they didn't have Tank Dell, who's been a good surprise at wide receiver. Running back wise, Damian Pierce hasn't been turning up.
Hasn't turned up like he did last year.
They have Devin Singletary too, but he's not like a guy who's going to come in and just be the number one running back. But I mean, they're 3-3 week 6. We can't be mad at the Texans right now.
Yeah, you can't be mad when you got Robert Woods catching touchdowns for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
one catch, 6 yards, I think, and a touchdown.
Yeah. How old is Robert Woods?
Really,
he's 29.
Oh, really?
He's younger than you think.
Dang.
Yep.
He's just gotten old NFL wise.
Yeah.
But I mean, Nico Collins is a true number one wide receiver in that offense right now.
Yeah.
And I've been liking him a lot. I haven't been fantasy, but
And their
I don't know if he's
team,
been catching a start always.
the Texans are truly going to be based off that quarterback play. If CJ Stroud keeps kind of
Keeps going,
having this uphill little grind that he's on, the Texans won't be bad. And that's literally all they've been the last 5 years. If they had a good quarterback, they'd be fucking in the playoffs.
And their defense has been a lot better than expected with the guys they have. They have a
Right.
bunch of
Nobodies.
no-namers over there. A
Nobodies.
bunch of guys. I mean, Jimmy Ward's their name, and he followed his defensive coordinator from the Niners over. But really, I mean, I don't know a name. I mean, Jerry Hughes, but he used to be good a long time ago on the Bills. I don't even know if that's the same guy. So I mean, I like this Texans team a little bit more than the average fan does right now. The average just football fan. I mean, barely squeaked. I mean, maybe it's because they shitted on the Steelers, and I just love that.
Oh,
I don't know, but I mean,
shots fired. Shots fired.
they started the season cold.
We'll get to that
game.
And then, yeah, I don't know. I like the Texans right now. Next game.
Dolphins murder the
Panthers.
Panthers.
This is my lock of the week. It hits. Did your lock hit?
No.
Did your lock hit?
Nope.
Son of a bitch, baby. I got the best lock record right now on the season. And I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great.
Eagles had it at the end, but missed.
No, dude. The Eagles pissed me off too. They pissed me off. We're not even at that game yet.
I know.
The Dolphins came in and
what did you have?
Started very cold. I had 13.5. They had to win by 2 tutties.
And they're down 14-0.
They were down. They started the game down 14-0. So that's 28 nothing
son.
to me.
Damn.
I looked at my bet at the first fucking quarter and went, holy shit, I'm down 28 points.
Yep.
Then they win 42-21.
That's the first quarter. And then by halftime, they're up a touchdown. So I was feeling great.
Yep. Mostert
had a great
surprise
day.
of the year.
Tyreek Hill's so fast.
Tyreek Hill.
I'm pretty sure I said that Mostert with the running back Devon Achon being out.
Yeah.
Mostert was a lock. But I didn't know he was going to be good for 3.
No. I didn't know that either. Jeff Wilson should be back this week. I've been saying that, I feel like, the last 3 weeks. But
yeah, but I think this is Mostert's spot now, second string.
It is, but
third down back.
McCarthy loves just throwing in running backs. He was when he was in San Francisco, he had both of these guys, and they just were dual threat fucking run.
Did you say McCarthy?
Yeah, Mike McCarthy.
Mike McDaniels.
Mike McDaniels, same shit.
That's a Cowboys head coach, Mike McCarthy.
Oh, sorry.
Oopsie.
Thinking too much ahead, dude. Thinking way too much ahead.
All
right. Fucking cocksucker. Dolphins, 42-21. I thought this game was going to be screwed when Mike White comes in to replace Tua.
Didn't see that.
And his first pass, Roman throws it out. Interception to the crib.
To the crib?
To the crib. They were up 21, and then all of a sudden up by 14. I was like, no, not with the backups in.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Tyreek Hill, I think he's 140 yards away from
186.
186 from having 1,000 yards receiving this year.
1,000 yards already.
Week 7?
He did say he wants 2,000 yards this year. He's
very feasible.
On a great pace. I think
he's on pace for 2,300 to be exact.
Shit.
Yeah, I think that's the record.
It's crazy.
Fuck.
Holy fuck. You have weapons like him.
But he did pull a hammy at the end of the game.
Cramp.
Yeah, and you said Tyreek Hill was out?
What?
Yeah,
he went out for a series.
Oh, I'm pissed.
And he came back.
Next game we got the Vikings taking on. The Vikings beat the Bears in Chicago. This was a shitbag titty fuck game of the week.
Yeah.
And Justin Fields got hurt. This sucked because me and Shani were crafting up.
Justin Fields got hurt?
Yeah.
Dislocated thumb.
Got pulled up, second half?
Early third quarter, I think.
Early third quarter because they had Tyson
Badgett
come in.
D2 superstar.
Yeah, D2 superstar actually had crazy records in D2. Undrafted. looked like he was
Never
going to
heard of it.
drive down the field and win the game, but then
Yeah.
throws a complete duck. His arm gets hit, interception, end of the game.
He went to Shepherd University
Shepherd.
in West Virginia.
Never heard of it.
And he got drafted from Shepherd.
Undrafted.
University?
Undrafted.
Undrafted free agent.
But yeah,
How is that guy the Bears back?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How the fuck is that guy the Bears back?
Out of all the backups in the
There
fucking
are
league,
so many quarterbacks out there.
So many.
Colin Kaepernick's begging for a job,
Cam Newton's begging for a job.
and we got guys from where? I can't even remember.
Shepherd.
Shepherd. You just said it a minute ago. I forgot. Shepherd University.
Shepherd University.
I mean, hey, all props to him. He obviously looked good, beat some guy out in camp.
Yeah.
Undrafted free agent comes in number 2 behind Justin Fields. I really was wanting him to drive down the field and win this game, but he didn't. Didn't have the mustard.
No, and Vikings get a W. No Jay Jettas.
That
I
feels
think
good for
it's-
them. That
yeah,
feels real good for
I
them.
think it's a different story if Justin Fields is playing the whole game, but he didn't look good even when he was playing.
Yeah.
I think he had like 51 yards passing, and then I think he had more rushing yards than he did passing. But no touchdowns, I don't think. They just needed to score. I needed the +3 bad. Had them in my hungry dog. That didn't fucking work out.
Yep.
That didn't work
Yep.
out for you.
Did not work out.
Didn't work out. And I think I'm out on the Bears until he comes back now.
I've been way out on the Bears. I cannot believe you picked that for your best bet.
Well, it looked good to me. Look good.
Look good to me.
Look good, you. You're
Looked really
kidding.
good.
You could have tossed me any under.
Yeah, could have probably.
You could have tossed me any game, any under,
Yeah, most likely.
except the Dolphins. Next game I want to talk about. The average state curse is back, ladies and gentlemen, and it is back in
49ers
style.
sweep.
Fuck no, we didn't. We did not sweep the 49ers. Shenny did take the Bears +7. I mean the Browns
On the
Fuck,
podcast.
what the fuck? He did take them +7.
You did that?
On the podcast, yeah.
I wrote it down.
And then you bet against them?
I changed it when I was making the
I'm pissed.
graphic.
I am pissed.
Yeah, Shenny thinks he has all dictatorship on the
Yeah.
graphic because he fucked my picks up on the graphic.
Yeah.
Fucked my pickup. That hit.
You need to pay attention.
Yeah, you do. Fucking cocksucker.
I should have stuck with it.
The 49ers fucking lost. And a week
Brock Purdy,
ago,
no more undefeated.
we were just preaching how there's not a team on their schedule that could probably beat them.
Yeah.
And the Browns, with a backup third string quarterback, come in and beat the 49ers.
Oh no.
I feel terrible.
Terrible.
First
First
off-
off, why is he not being used?
Because the 49ers stink.
The Browns defense absolutely destroyed the 49ers up and down. They got into a little scufflebutt before the game. Seems like the scufflebutts won. Scufflebutt with the 49ers. Browns won. Scufflebutt with the Cowboys. Cowboys won. But yeah, this game, it was a heartbreaker. The 49ers had many chances, many opportunities, missed the final kick at the end. It's a heartbreaker for 49ers fans because they felt like this was a great team of destiny. I definitely thought they could be undefeated. They lose against a third string quarterback. That's just the worst part about it. And then obviously on top of it, Debo gets hurt, Christian McCaffrey gets hurt, Trent Williams gets hurt.
Yeah. And of
That's
course, there's a
bad.
Michigan kicker who misses the kick. He missed 2 kicks. The under 37 on the average takes on our picks hit, but on Sunday it was under 36. That ended up pushing.
Feels bad if you got it Sunday.
Yeah, feels bad.
I got it Saturday.
Yeah, no, that was. I
I
mean,
got the over.
I knew I had a feeling
You
the
had
under
the
was going to
over.
hit, but I didn't think the 49ers were going to lose. They easily could have won with a field goal, but they didn't.
Saturday night, Shinny told me if he caught the line at 49ers -7 with the backup quarterback, he would have put a unit on it this game.
A very large lump sum.
Yep. But didn't happen.
We don't unit shame.
Yeah.
I do.
Cleveland.
Large unit.
I can't have Cleveland winning these games against the 49ers. I just can't.
That hurts you more as a Steelers fan than anything.
Yeah, because
Then the
now
49ers
they're
are-
the same fucking record as I think.
Yeah, well, the Ravens are number 1 now. Took you guys 1
Yeah,
week.
We're only half game back, but
Ravens
they
are
haven't
number
had their
one.
bye yet.
Ravens are number 1.
But yeah, I just can't have the 49ers cannot lose to the Browns in that situation. You just can't. You got to make that fucking kick. I don't care how windy it is. I don't care if you miss the fucking kick in the beginning
Wasn't
of
a
the
far
game.
kick at all.
No, it wasn't.
It was
They-
a chip.
Brock Purdy had a bad day too. He sucked.
It was right down the middle.
Brock
150
Purdy, Brock Purdy
yards,
screwed my
Right
interception.
down the middle kick.
The 49ers just did not look like their normal selves. And that, I mean, they say it every fucking week, any given Sunday, and it's fucking true as hell.
100%.
True as fucking hell.
If you don't show up, feels bad.
Yeah.
Next game, Raiders and Patriots. So this game,
You guys got lucky as hell.
lucky dude. I was sitting there watching because it was a clunker, back and forth clunker. Jimmy G gets knocked out of the game. Then we had Brian Hoyer step in. Holy fuck. Goes down to the wire. The Raiders are ahead by 2 points.
Yeah.
I have them -3 on the pod and in person. I also have the under with a unit on the under.
Yeah, the under wasn't in question until that play happened.
That play happened.
And then the Patriots get the ball. Max Crosby sacks Mac Jones in the end zone with no time left. Minute 48, I think. Safety -5.
Yep.
Hits. Still the under hits. There was no other way for them. There was no other way for both bets to hit. There was absolutely mathematically no other way for those bets to
They
hit.
needed the safety.
We had to have the safety because if the Patriots don't score, the Raiders are going to obviously need the ball.
Right.
They're going to call it a game.
Waste of time, yeah.
And they were going to win -2.
Yeah. And the Patriots +3 would have hit. But the Patriots might be the second worst team in the NFL right now. They might be.
Could be.
They need a whole new fucking. They need.
Patriots are 1-5. When's
Yeah.
the last time do you remember the Patriots being 1-5?
Bill
Not in my
Belichick is in
lifetime.
shambles.
Not in my lifetime. Because even when Tom Brady tore his ACL that one year, Matt Castle came in. They went 11-5. 2008.
Bill
Yeah,
Belichick
I think it's right there.
lost.
No.
2008. They had the.
Yeah, right around there. Somewhere around there.
Doesn't know what to do.
I mean, Bill Belichick's definitely leaving after this year.
Has
There's
to.
no way. He might step down
Has
now.
to. He's getting embarrassed.
I mean, realistically, he's probably hating life over there right now.
Yeah, and then the crybaby defensive tackle on the who did they play? The Raiders.
Raiders.
He was in New England for 4 years, and then after the game said something like, "Oh, Bill Belichick didn't even acknowledge me, didn't even give me a wave or whatever." And the comment, I was dying at the comments. They're like, "Bro, don't even know who you are. He's never even seen you in his life."
Bro has no idea who you are.
I was
Raiders win 21-17. This was absolutely beautiful. I could not expect anything more. Oh, it was only 4 because of the 2.
What's
I
the
said
Raiders'
-5.
record right now?
Raiders
2 and
are
3?
3-3.
3-3.
3-3 now. Sitting comfortably in the AFC position because a lot of teams are. A lot of
Yeah.
teams are middle of the pack right now.
No, the AFC in the
Teams
hunt in the hunt teams right now are the Texans, Jets, and the Jags. I think.
I want to say it's like every team.
Yeah, probably.
Every
But-
team.
If the season ended today, because everyone loves making those fucking.
It's way too early. It's week 6. It's way too early. We haven't even hit double digits yet.
Everyone loves
hit
making
double
those.
digits.
If the season ended today.
Not yet.
Not.
Not yet. Next game we have the Lions destroying the Bucks. This one was a heartbreaker because I really thought the Bucks had any close to a
You
shot.
just can't lose in those uniforms.
This was a sweep. This was an average 6 sweep. We all knew the creams were going to come in. That's what we were betting on. We were betting on the creamsicles.
Yeah.
Creamsicles.
Yep.
And Detroit might be a team now, ladies and gentlemen.
5-1.
5-1.
Not-
And they're sketchy. I mean, they take on the Ravens, the Raiders, the Chargers, the Bears, the Packers, the Saints next couple
Not a hard
games.
schedule.
Unders.
Those are a lot of tough competition games.
Yeah.
Those are all one score games.
Those
I
are all
believe.
teams though that
Win or lose one score.
Your iron hits iron, that builds you for the playoffs.
Yeah.
If you can win those, obviously great, but those are the defenses and the teams that
You learn from.
I mean,
Danny
5-1
has a $5 bill in his pocket.
5-1 is nothing to like sleep over either. That's
Oh, it's a great start to your
Great
season.
year.
You're
Yeah,
absolutely
especially if you're a fucking Detroit Lion fan. Like
Right.
you win.
Not used to this at
best
all.
start since
You're not used to this at all.
1969.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, you're hype. You're hype if you're a Detroit fan. Frenchie,
Jesus.
how you feeling, French?
The reason you're even more hype is that the next best team is 2-3.
Yeah, that division might be locked.
Oh,
Already locked?
Whoa.
They got a 3-game lead.
Whoa, come on.
I guess so.
3-game lead's nice, but whoa,
Never say never.
there's like 11 weeks left.
Never say never.
10 weeks
12.
left.
Cardinals, Rams. Rams put a spanking on the Cardinals.
Yeah, Rams were -7 and they showed it. This was an easy game, even though I really like Josh Dobbs. I definitely think he's done a really above average. I wouldn't say good, but I would say above average job stepping in really last second. They traded for him when preseason was done?
I think there's a week left.
I think there were maybe a week left of preseason. You trade for him and he's your starter.
They traded for him so late that they didn't even have his jersey in the team store.
Yeah, like 2 weeks later. They didn't have his jersey. Week 1, they didn't have his jersey in the team store.
No.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
That was an electronic option. All you got to do is
Literally,
update
it
the
says
system.
custom.
You didn't update the
All
roster?
you did is put Josh.
Week
Dobbs.
1, you didn't update the roster, Cardinals. Come on. But Cardinals are 1-5. They're on the scope of getting a top 3 pick.
Yep.
And they have 2 first rounders. They got the Texans. So they really got to hone in on what their future is. Is their future Kyler Murray, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, they are notorious for fucking drafting a quarterback, and then you don't like him, let's draft another quarterback.
And you don't like him, let's draft another one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's their turnover rate at head coaches. The head coach doesn't like the guy he comes in with, he gone.
Yep.
And now, new head coach.
New head coach.
They paid him a bag, though. So I really feel like I don't know when Kyler's expected to come back because you got to see he's going to come back this year.
Yeah.
So you let him finish the season for sure.
Week 10 or later is what I'm thinking.
So you let him finish the season. You see what you got pick wise at the end of the year, and you make your decision at the end.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens. But I don't think Kyler is a Cardinal much longer.
No, it's going to be.
I don't think he's a Cardinal next year.
I have
with
been,
2 first rounders.
I have been
There's a lot of good quarterbacks.
Where's he go?
I would say 80% Kyler fan throughout his tenure in the NFL.
I don't think he's bad at all.
No, I
You have
think,
to have the right system, though.
Yeah, and then they went 6-0 2 years ago to start, or maybe it was more than that. But I liked him. I like him in fantasy. I liked him in that year. He can win games, I think. But I mean, they had D Hop then. They had fucking JJ Watt. They had a lot of playmakers, and they don't have that anymore. So
yeah, you're right.
I don't even know who's the number 1. Rondell Moore,
Marquise Brown.
Marquise Brown. Yep, you're right.
Whoa.
That's just
and they just lost James Conner for a while.
Yep, no more James Conner. I don't even know their backup. I can't even pronounce his name.
Nope. He's like Quindell.
Yeah. Cardinals are in deep shit. Rams. Puka Nacua finally comes back to life.
Cooper Kupp, is he about to go on a hot run?
I mean, Cooper Kupp's Cooper Kupp.
Got first
You said Puka Nacua came back to life in 26?
Yeah. That's what you would expect out of
came back to like real life.
Yeah.
Snap back to reality.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but Kyron Williams, this was his game.
His game,
I guess they didn't need him.
He had like 5 yards in the first quarter, it felt like, because I gave up. I had him in fantasy. I gave up, stopped watching. Checked after the games ended, 158 yards and a tutty, and I was like, damn right, that's right, boy. But did get hurt. Is expected to be out this week versus Steelers. And then their backup got hurt as well. 4 to 6 weeks. He should be out with the strained MCL or something like that.
Whoa. I guess the bye week you've been scoping out your competition, huh?
You've been studying it.
Yeah. I'm very confident in not my cornerbacks, but my front seven.
Well, they're going to be throwing the ball.
Yep, I know.
We touched on this game, but Eagles losing to the Jets, the goddamn Jets. But the main highlight of this game was not even in this game. I think it was before the game. Aaron Rodgers looks absolutely incredible again.
Throwing the football, yeah.
Looks incredible. Not even a crutch
no
around.
no boot or nothing.
No boot. Same shoes.
That put a fire in the Jets' ass.
Not only that, but
They had 4 cornerbacks the whole day.
are you starting to think Aaron's going to come back a lot sooner than expected?
Bro, his surgery said
Nope.
went well. Some type of new surgery.
He's out for the year.
No way.
Yep.
Jets are 3-3 right now.
3-3.
Their schedule is the Giants, which I think they could beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got the Chargers. If they
Extra
beat
home game for them.
If they beat the Eagles, the Chargers traveling all the way to New York on Monday night. I hate that game because that defense is nice. So that's going to be a toss-up game.
And I mean,
Then they have the Raiders, Bills,
the Jets
Dolphins.
didn't have.
If they could survive by December, I'm going to start questioning. Question mark. Where's Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah. I mean, this week the Jets didn't have Sauce Gardner or DJ Reed, their top 2 corners. Sauce Gardner was out with concussion.
He was pissed too. Said
Yeah,
I feel fine.
he did tweet that. He's like,
Yeah.
weird funny thing is I feel
I
perfectly
feel
fine.
great. Yeah.
But NFL,
It's health.
Yeah,
it's health. It's future health. It's future health sauce.
The NFL is the
Not
NFL.
today.
And I mean,
I'm always looking to the future. I'm with the NFL in that aspect. Do you
The-
think a guy looks a little dizzy?
the Eagles have played like close games and not as explosive as we expected.
Jalen Hurts 2 picks. I think that's how they lost the game.
I think he had 3 picks.
Was it 3? I think it was 2.
I think it was 3.
He
But-
threw 3.
Yeah,
Dang
I
it.
think it was 3. And then funny
As
stat,
long as Wilson isn't turning the ball over, this team is in contention. Their defense is
Yeah.
that fucking good.
yeah, Jalen Hurts, the last 4 quarterbacks he's lost to is Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Zach Wilson, and Taylor Heineke. Those are the
Washington
last 4
Commanders?
quarterbacks.
Wow.
No way.
I mean, the Jets couldn't get nothing going on offense. They really could. I mean, yeah, Jalen Hurts had 280 yards, but the offense gets started by the run. Couldn't generate much with the run. Jalen Hurts, yeah, he had 8 carries for 47 yards and a touchdown, but that's a lot of scrambling.
I can't do everything. Yeah.
D Swift, 10 carries, 18 yards, 1.8 yards per carry.
Yeah.
Not great.
Devontae Smith
I mean,
had, like,
you
what,
have to
2
expect
catches, 13
Devontae
yards?
Smith had a huge drop.
Yeah.
That's when they lost this game. Is his huge, wide open, down the middle, 3rd down drop.
Fantasy owners must hate him, huh?
Yeah, and you have to
Yeah, I
expect
freaking do, dude.
the game plan. Their 2 best corners are out. Let's throw the ball. Let's attack this
Right.
fucking
Right.
weakness.
Yeah, but 3 interceptions. That's not what you want.
Yeah, shout out to the Jets. Like you're saying, if they can stay, in the hunt till December,
Watch
Aaron
out.
Rodgers.
Watch
Aaron
out.
Rodgers might be back. I don't think so, but we'll see what happens.
Another shitbag team. I really think the NFL controlled this week in the unders. There were so many unders. I think every game but one.
Really?
Or 2.
14-1.
2.
What was the other one?
Well, there was Dolphins, and then there was the Jags game. They scored 57
Oh shit!
total.
Oh shit!
That was 63.
What's the next
Everything
game?
else-
Sunday night game, or is there one more?
Everything else was
1 p.m.
unders.
game.
Unders. We had the Sunday night game. Yeah, Giants Bills. This game was terrible. The Giants were
So
up
boring.
6-0 in the half. The 3rd quarter, no points. Giants another field goal. Bills 2 touchdowns.
Controversy
boring.
last play of the game too. Darren Waller was I think that was holding.
Holding?
PI or something.
Yeah, that's what the Twitter world was saying. Crazy.
Yeah.
The crazy thing that came out of that game is obviously Damian Harris got hurt, which is sad. Hopefully he's good. All prayers up to him. But DeMar Hamlin's jersey retired on
The ambulance.
ambulance.
Yeah.
That's absolutely absurd.
Jersey retirement?
Dude, they had
They had
the
his-
ambulance come out for Damian Harris, and the back of the ambulance on the door says Hamlin 3 on both doors, like it's retired.
Shit. Bam.
Yeah, and he's sitting on the sideline
Right there. Right
there.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's so bizarre to
That's
me.
crazy.
That's unreal.
They did. I mean, they do deserve 90% of the credit for that.
Yeah, I mean, they saved him.
Did save the life.
But to have his like number and stuff on the windows, you can put like a Bills logo or something. You don't have to put that.
Yeah.
But
If there was nothing, no one would have mentioned it.
Yeah.
no.
If it was a normal ambulance,
Yeah.
but you got out of your way. Yuck. Monday night. This is what we all stayed up for. That's why we're here late on a Monday recording at 10:20. I do because I'm very upset. The Chargers suck.
Suck. Capital S.
I mean, it's every week. We have yet to understand it, but the one score games. It's every week.
Yeah. How many has it been this year?
It's been 5.
5 out of 6.
Oh, I mean, no, 4 or 5 because the Dolphins we lose by 2, the Titans you lose by 3, the Vikings we win by 4, the Raiders we win by 7, the Cowboys we lose by 3. We see the Chiefs next week. So Brandon Staley might have his job now, but he won't for sure for long because there are tough games for the Chargers coming up, and this team is not built for it. This team is not ready. The O-line crumbles every game when the ball's in the Chargers' hands, and we need to drive down the field. I mean, it happened in the Dolphins, happened in the Dolphins game, happened in the Titans game, happened in this Cowboys game. The O-line crumbled. And then we see the Chiefs. I mean, the Bears are the Bears. The Jets, the Lions, the Packers, the Ravens, the Patriots.
I mean, I hate to say this, but
they're going to lose a lot of those games.
Next week against the Chiefs is exactly the game that you guys win, and you bring all your life back. Oh, we just beat the Chiefs. Look at us. The Chargers are the Chargers. We are 3-3.
And we lose versus the
Bears.
To
the Chiefs.
And then we lose versus the Bears next week.
That's just how
overlook.
That's just something that can happen. I can see it happening.
I'm glad you see them winning next week because I don't see them winning another game because Staley's bad. The whole game plan was bad.
And you got all your boys back too.
You had all the boys. They were not ready for this game. Derwin, 3 penalties on him.
Yep. Unnecessary roughness.
There were 7 flags on the offensive line.
Are the flags flying this year or what?
The flags flew this weekend because all the unders hit besides 2.
Flew. I saw so many games. It was flag after flag after flag.
I'm not like this game. It felt like they're nitpicking a little bit, but then like they show the replay and then it was really, really a penalty. Like, don't get me wrong.
There's a hold every play. If you're gonna call 7 on the offensive line,
no, I understand. There's a penalty mostly every play, but then they call a penalty and it's like the penalty happened right in front of the ref. Like, you got to be a little more sneakier.
I guess
7 on the offensive line, dude. That's that. I mean, hey, up to the Cowboys for winning. They came in, they scored when they had to at the last minute of the drive, and then their defense. Micah Parsons woke up finally. Guy was in la la land, 1 tackle, no sacks, and then last drive of the game came out of nowhere. So I mean, hey, good players make plays when they have to. Got to step up when you have to. But that game was truly annoying for me because the Chargers, second quarter, they drove down, did not score on 4 tries, didn't kick a field goal. Then they drove down again, kicked a field goal. So that's 2 missed opportunities. Then, I mean, it was just a lot of missed opportunities.
Fourth downs they didn't convert.
2 fourth downs they didn't convert
inside the 10.
And then the Chargers defense gave up way too many third downs, and then there was just way too many flags. Man, you can't hold on 3rd and 19. You can't hold. The 2 guys defensive holding on 1 play, 3rd and 19. Can't happen. They just had a huge sack. You can't. I mean, this game's fresh in my mind, so I remember a lot of the plays, but it's just very annoying. And then the Pollard deep fucking 3rd down catch and run trucks 2 guys. You can't make a tackle there. That's terrible.
Dak looked like Houdini on that play.
I mean, and then Dak not having a turnover. Chargers defense, you gotta force a turnover. Dak is a turnover machine. Not to have one, he's a turnover fucking guru. Guy knows how to turn over the ball.
And
didn't.
I mean, in these types of games, you want to have the ball last. They did have the ball last.
And they had it for so long, bro. They know how to They know how to like whip up.
I think it was a minute. I think it was a minute 48 with no timeouts left. All you need to do is kick a field goal. It's third play of the drive, interception.
Literally.
I mean, the defense did what they had to. Honestly, holding the Cowboys to 20 points, I think is all right job. But the offense, you got to score more. You got to protect Herb.
100%,
The
100%.
offense line was terrible. I think the game plan on offense was not great. And then Herb, I think that finger is affecting him a lot more than everyone thought it was going to because he has that fractured finger.
A lot of bad throws.
A lot of bad throws from him. He missed a lot of guys tonight,
Yeah.
and that's not really Justin Herbert.
Was he wearing a glove on that on his throwing arm?
Yeah, because it's a fractured finger on his throwing arm.
I saw it taped up.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you definitely. I mean, at the end of the day, Herbert's going to put that one on him, and it is. But I do not think Staley lasts long. Yeah, I mean, if it's not now, not never, it's going to happen after the season, if anything.
Yeah.
I mean, because they gave him his last shot last year. They told him, "Yeah, you're coming back with his last shot." And honestly, if I'm ownership, which I would sell if I'm the ownership, but two, I would also clean house. I think the GM's time to go too. He's hired a lot of coaches and failed.
Yeah.
He's missed on a lot of picks. I mean, QJ looks terrible.
Yeah.
He's been
compared to what was there. Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers looks great.
Zay Flowers looks awesome, and that's the exact wide receiver this team needed instantly.
Yeah.
An instant game changer that could go into the slot right now because you have two big guys. I mean, obviously, we lose fucking Mike Will to ACL. And where was QJ this game?
I don't even think he had.
You had the whole bye week.
Literally, where was it?
Plus the week before, because now it's been a couple weeks that he's been on ACL, so he should be up to speed on the offense. But no, we had Josh Palmer,
who was hurt,
the whole offseason.
He was popped up on the injury report on Saturday randomly.
Yeah, randomly, but fucking hours before.
Yeah. And
I mean, this was just another Chargers game. The Chargers lose the one-score games.
Chargers game.
As much as they could be 0-5, they could be 5-0.
It's a great game.
Fuck you.
It was a Chargers game. Yeah, Staley might not have coached terribly, but it was a terrible game.
Monday night in front of the whole world.
And there was just way too many penalties. I don't know. I don't care. The
Flags
refs, you can't throw that many.
Flags are flying.
You got to let the guys play football.
100%.
At the end of the day, this is what America only has one game to watch. Let them watch a good game. I don't know why we needed the under so bad to fucking hit, but
yeah,
we needed it bad.
So annoying. But all right. Anything else? I need you guys to lock in on your locks. All right. I need a lock.
I promise a win.
I need to hit.
I promise a win.
The fans need to hit a parlay. So
like,
nothing
comment,
wrong.
subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Go Chargers.
Deuces.